He's like screaming it at the top of his lungs for no reason. Alright. Trying to get the cops to come over. He's being a Jew. He like came over and like sat here for like 10 minutes and didn't say anything. He was like, please somebody help me! They're killing me! Please! They're killing me! They're killing me! I won't go something now!
Are we gonna play this recording?
No. Oh, is it recording? Watch the stars slip by my head, watching as I slip past it. You were what I think I said. The gerbils in my ass are fed. The fishies are swimming alone in your pool. The froggies are croaking alone in your pool. Bankroll! Scream, madman! Make some room in your pool. 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 I'm a man of many faces. I die alone in unknown places. Something, something, something traces. Eat a turd and run the bases. The fishies are swimming, oh yeah, alone in your pool. The doggies are chirping, alone in your pool. Make some room! Make some room! I think about your pool. Pool. Pool.
Why, hello there, everybody. Good evening. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever 'tis thou mightst be. Yeah, it is good to see me again, isn't it? Oh my God, man. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. May you be cursed to live in interesting times, chat. Looking good, really? I'm looking at myself right now, like, it looks like I just crawled out of a dumpster or something, and I'm about to ask somebody for change. Which is really what I'm going for, like, look-wise, so I guess that's good, but I don't know if good is how I would describe it. You look ready to deliver the old wisdom. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a real good. Really good DFF today. Oh, plebs got flash fried today. That's what you're talking about. Okay, I was a little confused. I was like, today ain't a DFF day, but then yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. Looking like a real rabbi today? Cool. Cool. Excuse me. Okay. So what are we doing? Why did you guys summon me? I was summoned. Why have I been summoned? For what purpose have you invoked the Salt Lord this eve? You need money? You've come to the wrong place, my friend. I am the stingiest man I know. That is true. I'm a tight ass, but like, that a lot of that has to do with like growing up and seeing, like, experiencing real scarcity and having parents that both grew up enduring real, like, genuine scarcity. Like, I was a kid. There were some times when I was a kid where shit was pretty bad. Like, I lived in a camper shell for a while when I was a kid. After my parents broke up, shit went to shit, man. As is typical in families when they get a divorce. And I ended up staying in a camper shell, which, like, I guess I could try and find a picture of one, because, like, you don't really see them all that often anymore. Let me see if I can find a camper shell. Like an old, I want to try and find one of the, like, let me see if I can find like an 80s or 70s, because it was like a 70s camper shell that I lived in. 70s camper shell. Oh, this is it. Yeah. This be them. So I lived in something that looked a lot like this. Let me pull this up for you guys here. Can blow it up a little. So I lived for about a year in something that looked like this. Without the truck. Without the truck. It was on risers and blocks on the ground. And me and my little sister lived in this. And my dad had a slightly larger RV that he stayed in that was parked next to it. So, you know, that's like that's some shit. But my parents went through some real shit. How old was I? I was probably around, like, I got to do the math in my head. I was 8, I want to say. Something like that. But yeah, the camper shell I stayed in looked almost exactly like this one. I don't know that the one that I stayed in was a Winnebago, because this looks like a Winnebago branded one, but, like, it had that same shit. So, like, the thing that goes up over the cab of the truck here, that's where your bed is. The bed goes lengthwise across this. You got a little window you can look out. And then down here, there's usually like a little couch and a little sink and kitchen thing. You know what I mean? How could you live like that? I mean, people live on the fucking streets, dude. I was lucky to have it. I was lucky to have a thing to go into and sleep in. So, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Where can people get the Apple Nasty music? If you search on Google, Mocrux27, all one word, MOCRUX27, it will take you to my friend Morgan's SoundCloud. It'll be the first Google result. And there you shall find all of the Apple Nasty music that remains. Quite a bit of it has been just kind of like lost to time. But what remains is there. And also on this channel, I have a playlist. If you go to my, just like the channel front page, called Government Fun, which is me and Rodney, which is 2/3 of the original Apple Nasty. We started a band called Government Fun in the early 2000s and did a bunch of songs, and you can find those there. We actually covered a couple of Apple Nasty songs that you can't find recordings of anymore, so there you go. Thoughts on Tonka Saw, if you know who that is. I went on their show. And shit on Andy Worski one time, but that's really all I know about Tonka Saw. Is he was a dude that was really enjoying me shitting on Andy Worski. And he had some other dude that ran a show. I can't even remember the name of the show now. The Morning something or other. Some kind of like kung fu term or some shit. I don't know what it is. The Morning something. Always thought of renovating one of those old metal Airstreams. Can do for about $15K. Be kind of cool to have like one of the older like RV camper things. Yeah, for sure. Paul, what kind of car do you drive? I don't know exactly. It's a little Ford hatchback thing. Like, I really don't care about cars, so I'm not a car. Like, if I was rich, I would probably have like some kind of a car, you know, some kind of like a nice car or whatever. If I was at like a certain level of rich, I would probably like. Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah, it's a Ford Fiesta. There you go. I always forget whether it's like a Ford Fiesta or a Probe or whatever, or a Focus, or I really don't care, honestly. Dude, what is going on tonight? My microphone is. Do I seem like overly loud to you guys, or is my mic like peaking and sounding all shitty, or do I sound okay? A bit, yeah. It's weird, man. Okay, well, I'll turn myself down a little bit. People are saying I'm fine, but like I usually don't peek into the red here on OBS. I'll try and show you guys what I'm talking about, although that's probably going to cause like an infinite regression loop, but I'll give it a try. Let me see if you guys can even see it. No, not really. Maybe if I move it a little. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you see my voice down there. So typically when I'm talking, this bounces right about where it's bouncing now for a Highdeology episode. A little bit into the yellow, about halfway through the yellow at my loudest, and it peaks about here, you know. But the difference is that typically I have this all the way up. So tonight, you guys can see, like, as I'm talking here, I'm peaking in the red, which is very strange because I didn't change anything. Like, I didn't change any settings. So whatever. You're usually a bit too quiet. Okay, well, whatever. I'll leave it up a little bit higher than is the usual, I guess. Anywho, all tech support issues aside, yeah, I'm really trying to learn how to use this mic. This mic is very different from other condenser mics that I've used in the past. A lot of the condenser mics that I've used in the past want you to be like right up on the mic, like not necessarily that close, but like real close to the mic. And I do get really close to this mic when I'm trying to do like the more whispery stuff and blah, blah, blah. But like the whole art of being on a mic is something that's like I'm still not good at it. I'm obsessed with it too. Is it mono or uni mic? I don't know. It is. I can tell you it's a Rode. I think it's called a Rode Procaster is what it's called. Dude, I got a pretty slick little setup over here. All three of us boys now have this like Rode board that we use instead of our old boards. I'll see if I can show it to you guys without going too crazy here. But yeah, this Rode board here, it's pretty neat. And definitely set up to have like multiple people too. Like if I ever wanted to do a video game stream with Amelia chiming in or whatever, it'd be very easy to plug in another one. But yeah, these things are actually like in comparison with other boards and stuff, they're pretty fucking reasonably priced. And they're actually made for podcasting. Like they got built-in podcasting features. They're plug and play, multi-feature boards with they got a built-in, like I've got this Stream Deck thing that I use a lot when let's see if you guys can't really see it. Fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, that has all my and on it, but this, I could put that shit on this thing. It doesn't have as many buttons, but it does have, you know, whatever. I'm just tech geeking. But yeah. Nice shirt. Oh yeah, you like my Rise of the Phoenix Tenacious D shirt? Yeah. It's an old school shirt, dude. You just you can't get it. You can't get this shirt no mo. Plug and play is also a type of wax pen. Oh. Okay. Thanks. Did you see Trump's tweets this morning about the election? Yeah. Yeah, like waxing philosophical about possibly postponing the election until COVID is over, which, by the way, is going to put it well into next year. Like before it's safe, like for people to just line up at the polls like they did pre-COVID. At best, it's going to be well into next year. So what he's basically saying is like, just give me another free term. Yeah. Give me another free term. Trump basically murdered Herman Cain. No, he didn't. Herman Cain stumbled face first into that shit himself. See, these dumbasses that are starting to croak of COVID, like I'm starting to see these memes now happening more and more often, where it's like some dude posting on Facebook about how like masks equal tyranny, and then like, you know, fucking 2 months later, it's like rip. I've seen a couple of those now, and now Herman Cain's another example of somebody who was just openly walking around, doing his business, traveling around and being Herman Cain with no fucking mask on. He wasn't killed by nobody but his dumbass self. He was told. He had access to better information than most of us did, probably, as a fucking rich person. And he decided he was going to be one of these fucking anti-mask dorks. And he got coronavirus and it fucking killed him. You think I'm going to squid? Like there was a person that was I tweeted about it. I tweeted about Herman Cain dying. I just kind of juxtaposed his tweet about how he wasn't going to wear a mask at the Trump rally with his death announcement, you know, stating that he was diagnosed with COVID after the Trump rally and died of it. And then down below, I just said, you know, I was like, the saddest thing about Herman Cain's death is we'll probably never know how many people he infected and killed with his stupid, fucking ignorant anti-mask bullshit. So fuck him. Like that's what I'm sad about when I hear somebody like Herman Cain died, because he was an anti-masker, and that means he probably infected at least 10, 20, 30 other people, and the chain goes on, right? So he was patient zero in a good little bloom of this fucking virus. Fuck him. I ain't even got sympathy. Like, I got base sympathy for his fucking family. Just because anytime a family member dies, it sucks, no matter if they were a fucking moron or not. But him? Eat a fat dick, Herman Cain. Roast in fucking hell. Which instrument did you play in Apple Nasty, and what were the names of the songs you play in your intros? All right. The names of the songs that I play in my intros, a lot of the times, for a long time, I've been playing songs that are right near the top. Whatever, dude. Just listen to them. And I didn't play an instrument in Apple Nasty. I was just a singer. I can't play any instruments with proficiency enough to play in a band, even a shitty little garage band. So I was just a singer and lyric writer and stuff in Apple Nasty. It's Mocrux27 is his SoundCloud. That's my friend Morgan's SoundCloud. He's one of the original members of Apple Nasty. Did you write Hit by a Car? No, Morgan wrote Hit by a Car. No, I actually think Rodney. Well, I don't know. Rodney might have written. Rodney and Morgan co-wrote a lot of the newer songs. Hey, Paul, started feminizing HRT today. Got me thinking, you had a trans friend, Sarah, growing up. Are there any signs when she was a wee girl? Well, congrats on the start of your transition, too. Before I start into that, that's cool. I'm sure that's a happy feeling. And were there signs? I talked to my mom about this. And my mom was really good friends with Sarah's mom. This is, of course, before Sarah had transitioned. And they were both seamstresses. So my mom can sew really well. And Sarah's mom could sew even better. And both of them, we were both babies, Sarah and I, at this time, like 1 year old. And both of them wanted little girls, but they didn't have little girls. But we were babies, so they were like, oh, we made these pretty little dresses or whatever. Let's put the babies in the dresses and take pictures of them and stuff. And they did that. They put me in a 1 year old in a little girl's dress, and they put Sarah in one. And I remember my mom... So when my mom found out that Sarah was trans and all that stuff, I remember her telling me a story about that day. She was like, she was like, as soon as you didn't want to put the dress on in the first place, you didn't even like it. You didn't want it on you. Like, you took it off immediately. Like, you wanted to go change back into your clothes immediately after we took the picture. But she was like, Sarah, or John, as she was then, did not wanted to keep that dress on, and his mom had to chase her around the house. I keep cross gender pronouncing. I'm so bad at it. So yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't know if that's a sign of somebody being trans, but looking back, I mean, hindsight is 2020. Sarah was always effeminate, smaller than all the rest of us. She was a head shorter than everybody else in our friend group. Tried really hard to be macho, but none of us really knew her that way. You know what I mean? But tried really hard to present very macho. So I guess, with hindsight, you can look back and go, well, maybe that was a sign. Maybe that was a sign. But to be honest with you, no. Could she beat you up? Probably not. I mean, I don't know. I could never conceive of a situation in which Sarah and I would fight, but I don't think so. But maybe. Could Morgan beat me up? No, probably not. Morgan's a little dude. I mean, no offense intended. I'm a huge fat fuck, but Morgan's a smaller guy. Hey, Paul, what are the chances of our world reverting back to normal after we pass the pandemic? There's no such thing. My family has a really similar story. When I was a kid, my older sister played around with dressing me in femme clothes, and I remember distinctly enjoying the activities. Yeah. So my mom told me that story. I don't remember it. I was 1, so I don't have any actual memories of that. But, and Sarah and I fooled around as really young kids, which I guess is more common than people think, for kids to... whatever, engage in that kind of shit. But yeah, but I don't know that that's a sign or anything of anything other than being like fucking 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds and shit. What's the American Heritage Dictionary? Oh, dude, you're arguing with Vladimir Ramirez. Trust me, it's a waste of your time. He's stupid. Could Galen beat me up? Maybe. Probably not. Galen's got He's not in great health. Neither am I, but Galen's got more problems than I do. So I would guess no, but you never know till you fight somebody, you know what I mean? You are amazing. Look at that little whatever that is. Is that a turnip? What is he? Is he a pear dancing around there? What is he? I'm staring at this fucking thing trying to figure out what he is. Is he a little Pokemon? I can't. Is he a bird? He's a pear. All right. Cool. You're doopy? I said you're goofy or stupid or something. I didn't say you were doopy. No, I just recognize your name. You're a 90% skipper, as I call you and your kind. I don't ban you because every once in a while you say something funny, but 99% of the time I just ignore what you say because 99% of the time it's stupid and drivel or really, really bad trolling attempts. But you're one of the trolls that I've allowed to kind of chill. You know what I mean? Paul, will you ever karaoke Smashing Pumpkins again? Your version of Zero was awesome. I mean, I can't do a lot of Smashing Pumpkins songs. You know, Billy Corgan is a tenor, clearly, and I'm not. And so getting through Zero, that's about the edge of my range, and it's not the hardest of his songs, so I'm just limited, dude. I'm a baritone, so and really, like, on top of that, as I've gotten older, my voice, like singing wise, has gotten deeper just because I've abused the instrument. So I'm probably closer to a bass now. Quickest, easiest non-prescription migraine cure, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I get really, really bad light sensitivity headaches. I've never had them diagnosed as migraines. And what I have to do when I get them really bad is go somewhere that's dark and close my eyes for a while. I'm a pharmacist now, yeah. I'm your health guru. Tylenol with caffeine. There you go. There you go. Somebody else had some advice for you. Tylenol with caffeine. Blue blockers. Yeah, you got to get some blue blocker glasses. I've got a pair of really like shitty looking ones sitting around here somewhere. And I will use them if it's like a night where I'm having real light sensitivity issues, but I have to be at my computer, like I'm researching or filming or something. I'll put them motherfuckers on. I'm not above it. Paul, could you beat up Scotty? See, I don't know. I don't know, dude. Like, you never know until you fight a person. Now, Scotty's in better shape than I'm in. He's about my size in terms of height and reach. So he's definitely got a plus in, like, he's not going to gas out as quickly as I would. But, of course, if I'm fighting Scotty, I'm not going to look for a drawn-out boxing match. I'm going to rush him and try and get him on the ground and use my weight against him. So I guess it just depends. Like, can Scotty, punch me hard enough as I'm coming in on him to knock me back and turn the fight in his direction, or do I get Scotty wrapped up and on the ground? Because I'm pretty sure if I get Scotty prone and pinned underneath me, I win the fight. But You know, if he can stay on his feet and, you know, land some significant punches on me as I'm trying to get in on him, he wins the fight. You know, that's basically the tactic. If Mike Tyson killed my dog, I'd rip his fucking face off. I was a wrestler, yeah, for a brief period of time. I was not very good at it. But yes, I did wrestling as a kid. Scotty v. TJ. Who's your money on? TJ. You know, when I was discussing like the Scotty v. Paul fight and the 50-50 there, like that, the TJ has the weight advantage on Scotty and he has height and reach. So Scotty would have to get within TJ's big ham-fisted punching range to really fucking do any damage to him. And that would mean TJ could just reach out like a big fucking Yeti or something and grab him and throw him on the ground. And at that point, you know, unless you're a trained BJJ guy, like if Scotty was in Brazilian jiu-jitsu or if he was secretly doing that and I don't know about it or whatever, then me getting him on the ground is not a guaranteed win. He might fuck me up, get me in an arm bar and break my fucking elbow or some shit. But if you're an untrained fighter and a bigger dude than you gets you on the ground and gets on top of you, like your chances of coming out of that the winner, pretty slim. Could you beat up Ben? Probably. Like once again, it's kind of like with Ben, it would be the same thing as Scotty. He's in better shape than me, but he's also a head shorter than me. So, you know what I mean? He doesn't even have. It's like Scotty and I equal playing field on reach and height. He's got the fucking stamina, and I've got the weight advantage. You know, so there's a fight there. A little less so, just due to the size disadvantage. Once again, with training and shit, that changes. There's some fucking, like, it's not always that the big dude wins over the little dude. You know what I mean? There's some probably fucking, like, 5'5" dudes that could fuck TJ right the fuck up. Like, being trained as a fighter and just being a fucking dude trying to get in there and fight, those are two different things. Yeah, why do you guys want me to fight? Like, I'm not a fighter. Why do you guys want to put me up against people and shit? Like, I'm not a fighter. I don't like the idea of having to fight somebody. And the very few times in my life that I've had to get physical with people are not times that I remember like all that fondly, except for a couple. I liked throwing Sean off the haystack that one time. I'm not going to lie. But I was like 7, you know what I mean? So. Could you beat up Vosh? I don't know anything about, like, I don't know how tall Vosh is. Do you guys? Is he tall or is he a shorter dude? It's hard to tell. Like, I've never seen him not sitting down in the same position. Who's Sean? He was my shitty next door neighbor. I've told stories about him. He was my next door neighbor growing up. And he was a kid that he was an asshole, and me and Sarah didn't like hanging around with him because he was always a jerk and he wasn't fun to play with. He's about 6 feet, so he's about my height, and so it's probably the same shit as Scotty. Once again, presuming he's not trained, presuming he doesn't have training or whatever. I do know that Vosh goes to the gym. I don't think Scotty does. So Vosh might have, or at least Vosh used to go to the gym. I've heard him talk about going to the gym. John Cena without arms or John Cena without legs? Who wins? John Cena without arms. Because he's got legs. He can just kick John Cena with no legs. You know what I mean? Like, you can, like, there's not much you can do punching from the ground, you know, like up. TJ seems too physically lazy to win a fight unless he's had a lot of motivation. Look, dude, let me have this conversation with you real quick, and then we'll call it a day, all right? not been in a lot of fights as an adult, but I grew up around a lot of rowdy big dudes. I've seen and witnessed a lot of fist fights and a lot of scuffles and a lot of bullshit and barroom fights and fucking party fights and all this shit. And let me tell you something about dudes that are TJ's size. Now, I've known very few people in my life that approach TJ's size. If you've never met TJ, it's kind of hard to appreciate how large he is. I'm 6'1". When I hug TJ, like when I go in for a hug, I feel like a girl because my head just has to go against his chest. You know what I mean? Like that's how big TJ is in comparison to me, who like at 6'1" is considered pretty tall. So TJ is big. He's large. He's tall. And him being fat doesn't matter. Like you guys, you don't understand big dudes, or maybe you've never witnessed a big dude fight. Now, I'm not saying TJ could whoop any ass on the planet, but in a straight up, like untrained fight, TJ's going to have the advantage over pretty much anybody who's not his size. He's just, with that size and frame comes more strength, reach, all that shit. I don't know how tall the Big Show is. TJ's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that. TJ's tall. Last super chat I can send. Thanks for inspiring me to come out and start traveling. Well, yeah, don't do a lot of traveling now, but yeah, no problem, man. I'm happy to hear that you are pursuing your happiness and stuff, and I hope it all works out for you. John Cena without arms or John Cena without legs. Okay, I read that one. Young Trump versus old Biden. Old Biden. I think Trump is soft as a muffin. That is a pampered silver spoon ass if I've ever seen one, dude. He is just built like somebody who never lifted a thing in his life. If anybody ever came at Trump, he would get fucked up. Like there's an example of someone who, like, even though he's kind of big, you know, like Trump is 6 something, right? Isn't he like 6 feet tall or 5'11" or some shit? He's a pretty tall dude. But a pampered ass can't fight, dude. He's never had to throw a punch in his fucking life. He's never squared up. He's never taken a punch. He's never been kicked. He's never been down on the fucking ground tussling around and shit. He's just never done it. Trump is 6'2". Yeah. So he's a big dude, but I'm pretty sure anybody that comes at Trump is probably going to fuck him up. How's the diet going? It's going good. Like, I feel better. It's so weird when you go through these periods of time where you don't give a fuck what and how you eat, and you just feel like shit all the time, you know? And then you just start, like I started eating a salad every day, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I feel better. Okay. I don't feel disgusting. I don't get, like, acid reflux in the morning. And so, yeah, no, I'm doing good. What diet is it? It's not really I don't do fad diets. So it's just a eat sensible meals diet. It's a don't pig out diet. How's that? And it's working well. Eating salad sucks. I disagree, dude. A fucking good ass salad. My girlfriend makes bomb salads too. It's not just like lettuce and tomatoes and some sad onions and she throws that at you. Hell no, dude. You get like craisins, nuts. You get like a bunch of different types of lettuce up in there. Cucumbers cut up. You get mushrooms. You get tomatoes. Salads are delicious, dude. I love me a salad. But yeah, I have changed my diet a lot too. We really, like, when we order out, I'll be honest with you guys. I ordered a Papa John's pizza the other night. I had 2 pieces for dinner, and I got a veggie pie, right? 2 pieces for dinner. I had a piece of it today cold for lunch. You know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily changing what I eat, but how much of what I eat. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, like pizza, like that pizza, there's still 3 big fucking slices of it in there that'll be fine tomorrow. I could have a slice once again for fucking lunch tomorrow. Amelia could have a slice for lunch. You know what I mean? And it's not the best thing for you, but I'm eating a slice of it. It's bread, it's cheese, it's a bunch of veggies on it. What dressing on your salads? I do balsamic. Balsamic vinaigrette is my favorite dressing on a salad. I do like ranch and shit, but I'm not using it right now. Like, I'm just as happy with a balsamic vinaigrette, so that's what I've got. That's what I use on my salads right now. You already had 2 of them? Oh, that's okay. There's 1 more left for one of us. Croutons, yeah, a little sprinkle of croutons in there, maybe. You know, you don't overload the croutons, but you put 4 or 5 croutons in your salad, mix it in there, toss it up real good, get it good and dressed. It's good shit, man. Eating pizza for days gives me heartburn. I mean, if I was eating it like normal, like, okay, so here's the change. Normally, when I would get pizza, and when I say normally, I'm talking about for the last like year of my life or so, right? Especially since quarantine, I put it on. I packed on quite a few extra pounds. I was doing good, man. Like I was really like about a year ago starting to lose weight, and then just, life happens, and then quarantine happens, and depression and anxiety and all that shit. Anyway, and then just, not having the willpower to eat. I don't want to lay all the blame off of myself and onto other things. But so here's what I would do. There's a place down here called Johnny's Pizza House that I like their pizza. They deliver on DoorDash or whatever. So I would get on there and I would get 2 pizzas. I would get 1 for me and 1 for my girlfriend. I'd get a big large one for me and like a medium one for her. And then that's her pizza, and then there's my pizza. And as soon as it gets there, when I'm ready to eat, I'd eat about half of that large pizza. Maybe even more sometimes. Like there were times like where there's like, maybe even close to 3/4 of that pizza in one sitting. Then I'd put it away. You know what I mean? Put it up, save it, and the next day I'd finish it. Now, like last night when we decided we didn't want to cook, I ordered 1 pizza. We shared it. I had 2 pieces. She had 2 pieces for dinner. We both ate some for lunch today, and there's still some left. So that's the change. And that's really like the most success that I've had with quote unquote dieting has come from dieting like I'm dieting now. Not necessarily like going like overboard, eating quinoa and shit that I can't fucking stand all the time. You know what I mean? But like just eating sensible portions of food. You like vegan meat? I've liked some vegan stuff. Like, I've used like those vegan crumbles in tacos before. And if you like season the tacos and do it like taco meat, it's pretty fucking good, dude. Throw it in there with some refried beans and shit. It's pretty good. Like some of it is okay. I've had some bean burgers that are not bad too. Like I've had some veggie patty burgers. Like I don't typically like the frozen ones, but I've ordered them at restaurants before and been really good. You know what else I like that's like a vegan option for a burger that I can hardly find any place, but whenever I see it on a menu, I get it. If you've never had it, you're missing out. A portobello burger. So it's like the bun and all the shit, but instead of a patty of meat, it's just like a big seasoned grilled portobello cap. Mushroom cap, you know what I mean? Tasty. Were you ever over 300 pounds? I'm over 300 pounds now. I'm probably about 310 right now if I were to hazard a guess. When I went to the doctor a month and a half ago, I was about 320 pounds. The heaviest I ever was about 360, 370 pounds. And that was before I joined DP back in the day. That's what I've topped out at in my life. I've used Beyond Meat burgers before. They're actually pretty good. Yeah, I've never tried one of the like Impossible Whoppers or Beyond Meat shit or whatever the fuck. And so, yeah. You're 6 feet and 160 pounds. Dude, you're a twig, dude. Better be careful if it gets breezy outside. You may blow away. Past 20, what was your lightest? Probably 240 something. I'd say I got like the lightest 240, 230, something like that. My goal weight is somewhere between like 210 and 200 pounds. Like that's usually what doctors say for my size and BMI and all that shit. Like I should weigh around 200 pounds, 210. So that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'd like to get down to about 220, 210 pounds, and I'd be pretty happy right there. How much would you weigh if you had no fat? If I had like 1% body fat or something, and I was like a weightlifter or something, I don't know. You're 2.5 times heavier than me. 2.5 times smarter and 2.5 times more attractive too. 2.5 times the man you are. I'm 6'3", 280. That's a big boy. That's a big boy right there. How'd you feel if John Carpenter directed a remake of some classic film from 30 years ago? I'd be fine with it. I don't really care. Like I'm not necessarily against remakes. I just want them to like bring something that the original didn't. I hate straight shot for shot remakes. Like the Omen remake is one of my least favorite remakes of all time because it's literally a shot for shot remake of the original with some slight variations. It's like if you're gonna remake a film, you need to re-envision the film. That's really where I end up drawing my line most of the time. Like I'm fine with a remake of pretty much any film as long as it's a re-envisioning. It's bringing something new to the table while still remaining respectful to the original and shit. You know what I mean? It's a fine line you got to walk, but I'm not against them as an idea. Do you think prequels are generally a bad idea? No, I think prequels are a fine idea. Once again, like it's all in the script. Like it's all in the script, dude. That's where it all starts. If you've got a prequel idea and you've got a great script for it, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like if you got a great script and then that great script is translated, and put into the right hands so that you make a great movie, great. A prequel can be just as good as a non-prequel. It's just, a lot of times they aren't. I haven't even seen the new Halloween. I don't care to see it. I don't like sand. It's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere. Paul, do you agree with the attitude of damn new ideas, full reboots ahead? No. I don't. Good question, bro. You knocked it out of the park with that one. Paul, would you rather have what's happening now with the climate and plague or a real life zombie bow attack T-virus style? This. This. Because I can still sit here and smoke weed. If there were zombies beating down my door, I wouldn't be streaming and having a good time. What it do, friend? What it do with you? Do you think COVID has prevented mass shootings? Probably. Keeping people home from school and out of big public gatherings, yeah. It probably has. This pandemic is trash. Yeah. Thoughts on schools reopening? I think it's one of the stupidest fucking ideas that I've ever heard in my life, but those come fast and furious these days. Tomorrow, there will be a stupider idea, but the idea that you're going to reopen schools in the midst of a pandemic is one of the straight out fucking dumbest brick brain fucking takes I've ever heard. I worked in the school system for 8 years. They are hives of infection. Kids are sent routinely to school, sick as fuck. And then guess what happens? 6 or 7 of their classmates are out the next fucking day, or their teacher's out the next fucking day. And it just cyclically all year long, teachers are constantly trying to boost their immune systems and shit. And they are fucking habitual users of fucking hand sanitizer because kids are just like little germ virus magnets. They spread it. They fucking, you know what I mean? Like getting a bunch of kids, throwing them together, letting this virus spread around, and then letting them take it home to their parents, and then letting their parents take it to It's literally one of the most brain dead fucking ideas that I've heard ever in my entire life. And I can't even believe it's being seriously discussed as a policy position in this country. That's my thoughts on schools reopening. Kids are nasty too. Well, that's the point. It's like kids don't, they get into shit. They wipe their nose on the back of their hands and then touch their fucking faces and then, touch your face with it. And, kids don't have that fucking filter that you get as an adult where it's just like, oh yeah, I don't want to fucking swap spit with everybody around me. You know what I mean? They don't know better, right? And they're kids too. They're half fucking crazy. Kids are certifiably insane. You can't really expect much out of them. They're nuts. How often did you wash your hands as a kid? Not often. I was a fucking grubby, dirty little fucking virus spreading kid. But you know what? There wasn't a pandemic on when I was a fucking kid. A little difference there, I guess. Snot-nosed little curtain-climbing bastards. Back when I was in school, sending a kid to school while sick would be pointless since that kid would just get sent back home. Well, that's the point. No, see, that's the thing. That's exactly what happens. They send the kid to school. The kid sits in his desk in the middle of a class that's crammed with 35 to 40 other kids and goes... And then the teacher goes, sounds like you're sick. You better go to the nurse. He goes to the nurse coughing all the way, walking past people in the halls, goes to the fucking nurse and gets sent home. But what he's done while he was in class, before he got sent to the nurse and got sent home, is infect about 5 of his fucking classmates who are going to take that home to their parent. You see what I'm saying? 90% of the parents at my school support reopening school. That's because 90% of the parents at your school weren't prepared to be parents when they became parents. They didn't understand what it meant. Because here in America, we allow other people to raise our children for most of the time. We use school like a babysitting thing. People aren't used to taking care of their own fucking children, and they're sick of it. Whoops. Maybe you should have thought of that before you fucked raw and made a life. Because shit happens in the world, and when shit happens in the world and you're a parent, you're responsible. So dry it up. Suck it up, parents. Tired of this fucking nation tiptoeing around your sensibilities. We are not going to create fucking plague zones just so you get a moment to yourself. You gave up that right to a moment to yourself when you decided to take on the fucking giant responsibility of creating a human life and raising it up into an adult. Do your fucking job. School was never about babysitting. It's about gaining knowledge. Not anymore. There's precious little of that going on in school right now. It's just a place people send their fucking kids now. People don't know how to deal with their kids. I know. And this has been like a generational fucking problem. Having children is like this status symbol that people aspire to. It's like an accessory in their life. It's like, okay, I've reached this point in my life. I've got the job. I bought a little house with a white picket fence. Now it's time for me to accessorize with one of those babies so that I can post pictures of my baby bump. Uh-oh, 6 months along, the baby bump is starting to show. Hashtag 3 more months. And then all of a sudden some shit goes down in the world and you have to raise your child and you're like, oh, open the schools, man. Fuck you. Brainless fucking moron. Stupid breeding idiot. Yeah. They send their kids off to school. And then when their kids get home from school, they plop them down in front of their fucking phone or their tablet or their fucking TV or the fucking video games. So they don't have to deal with them. They never have to deal with them. They see each other for 5-10 minutes a day. They eat a meal together, maybe. That's becoming rarer. And then the next day, it's the same thing. They're just kind of like little people that you pay for that live with you, but other people are taking care of that. We got the public school nannies taking care of our kids. Get off to school. Oh, you're not feeling well? You ain't staying home here with me. Get off to school. I'm not buying it. What'd you do when you worked at the school? I was a technology specialist. My title was Information Systems. Sorry, I have to remember it. Information Systems Technology Specialists. I basically was in charge of all of the computers, the wireless network, the servers at each school, the connection to the main network, the policing of said network, the setup of all technology on the campus. From Promethean boards, the smart board brand that we use, to projectors, to wireless base stations, to teacher laptops, to student laptops, to student desktop machines, to computer labs, to office computers, administration computers. I was responsible for all that shit. The IT guy, yeah. Was I one of the cool non-teacher staff, like how janitors are awesome? Yeah, I was. At one of my schools, all the kids through all the grade levels started calling me computer dude because I'd been there so long. There was this kindergarten teacher, and whenever I would show up, to help her with a problem, she'd go, "Oh, computer dude," and all her little kindergarten kids would go, "Computer dude." You know, they'd get all excited, but those kids stayed in that school, and so did I. I worked there for 8 fucking years, so it's like the 6th graders, you know, at some point at that school were like, "Computer dude," and I'm like, all right, buddy. Skooma addict ever coming back? Maybe. I wouldn't hold my breath, though, if I was you. Computer dude. I got used to that shit. It didn't spread to other campuses, though, so I was only really cool on that campus. Janitors and yard duties just have tighter bonds with the kids and the teachers. Well, it's because they're not really authorities. You know what I mean? They're not there to, like, lord over them and tell them what to do. They're just there to do their job. And, you know. Do you ever catch kids doing illicit things on the computers? When I was in Elm School, we would take turns printing out hentai. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, that was part of my job. I mean, it was pretty tough for kids to get away with it. You know, the way our schools were networked was pretty fucked up, but also pretty good at, like, monitoring that type of shit. And so, of course, the whole school district was on its own VPN that blocked most of that shit. And then kids would try and counter by going to these browser-based VPN sites, and it was just finding those as they popped up and blocking them. But, like, I could see, you know, that shit was flagged. It was very, very simple to catch people trying to do that shit. Do you have the ability to freeze screens? That's the most anxiety you'll ever get as a kid. Oh, yeah. I had the ability to take control of any individual machine on my campus remotely. I didn't even have to be on the campus. From my laptop, sitting at home, I could take control of any machine on my campus. So, yeah. I could freeze screens. I could open up a text box and type to a kid. Like, I did that all the time. I would lock them out, lock out their inputs, and I would open up, like, you know, the little text program or whatever and type right in front of them, "Get to work." You know what I mean? The kids try to bully me? No. Did you ever make a kid cry? No. No. If I had made a kid cry, I probably would have lost my job. It was not my job to deal with the kids at all. So I gave high fives and finger guns when they called me computer dude, and that was it. That was the limit of my. Well, I did train kids along with their teachers when there was new software and shit. So I guess there was a little bit of interaction beyond that, but no, I never made anybody cry. Computer dude. He's here, the wacky breakout character computer dude. Everybody loves him. Did you do that to kids on cool math games? No. If they were playing, like, something that was, like, I wasn't, like, look, I didn't have time to be watching all the fucking time. I did it just enough so that they knew that I was watching. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I was sitting there all day just, like, monitoring 10,000 machines and looking for anything illicit. It's like I would catch it. I'd see it in my logs and shit. It would get flagged. I'd see it in my logs. I'd be able to tell which machine it was. And the next day I would watch that machine around the time of the infraction. And sure enough, there it was again. It's pretty easy to nip in the bud. Do you like the principal at the school? I worked at 3 different elementary schools. And so that answer differs based on which school I was at which time. So at any given time while I was employed with the school district, I was working at 3 schools, and those schools changed over the years. Only one of them remained the same throughout the entirety of my time with the school district. What's the most illicit thing you ever caught kids doing on a computer? Like, I don't know, porn, probably. But even that was rare. Porn or, like, you know, trying to watch some music video or something with some rapper with a, shit like that. I mean, they're kids. Was I ever at Lincoln? I was at Lincoln for a short time, yeah. Not for an entire school year. I think I was at Lincoln for like 3/4 of a school year and I got reassigned. But yeah, I was at Lincoln. I set up a lot of Lincoln's computer labs, but they've probably been torn down and rebuilt 4 or 5 times by now. You ever see school shooting threats on the computers? No. No, I never had an incident like that where I saw something that I felt like I had to report because it was like maybe the kid was going to be violent or something. I never caught anything like that. I probably walked past you one day. Maybe you did. I mean, I don't know. I worked for the school district between 2007 and 2016. So if you were at any of the Madera schools at that time, there's a good chance that you bumped into me. Do you have a romantic thirst with any of the faculty? No. I was a married dude, man. I was a faithful married man. I wasn't looking for any of that. Do you spy on kids through the webcams? No. There was always this like, teachers were like really fucking like paranoid that I was going to be doing that. And they would put like Post-it notes over their little, because they all had MacBooks, with the little webcam on the top of the fold-up screen. So they'd put Post-it notes up there, and like some of them that liked me would bring it up, and I would ask them, I was like, what is this about? Why are you guys doing this Post-it note thing? And they're like, well, like a lot of the teachers have had you help them where you take control of the computer, and we're just afraid that like you're going to be looking at us through the webcam. And I was like, have you seen me running around this campus? You think I got time to sit around and watch people through their webcams? It's like, could I technically do it? Yes. Do I look like I have time to do it when I'm here? I mean, come on. Did you ever smoke weed on the job? Absolutely not. No, I took my job very seriously. You don't go working at a public elementary school reeking of weed. I smoked weed after school. When I was off and got home and took off my work clothes and changed into my comfy shit, then I'd spark a J. You know what I mean? But no, I don't do drugs on jobs unless it's this job. This is the job. This is the job to have if you want to smoke while you work. Did you smoke weed during school? I just answered that. Like that would be the stupidest fucking shit ever. Any drug tests? No. There were no drug tests unless something happened that warranted one. So if I got in an accident at a school or something that was like clearly like really stupid, then I was subject to a drug test, but that never happened to me. Like if you were suspected of being drunk or high on campus, then the principal of that campus could report you, and that report could end in you being drug tested. But I was never high on campus. So, yeah, turns out I am kind of a neckbeard stoner, but I worked for a good solid 20 years of my 40-year existence, working normal jobs where you don't get away with shit. You show up on fucking time or you're fired. You don't get sick too much or you're fired. You don't fucking show up stoned or drunk to work or you're fired, Like I'm a responsible fucking dude, despite how I may look. Or at the very least, I'm capable of that responsibility. I don't know if I'd call myself altogether responsible as it stands now, but he's dropping names and shit. Yeah, no names and shit. I mean, like, people that live where I grew up and shit, like, be cool about it. The people of Madeira do not need fucking, like, meme lords and shit, okay? There's a couple of people that watch this show that are credibly from Madeira, and, most of the time it's cool. You can ask questions about places in Madeira and shit like that. There's no problem with that. But, like, specific fucking people, it's a small town, dude. Word gets around and shit. And I don't want my name being connected to spreading fucking rumors or having fucking stupid-ass meme lords bothering people who have publicly available email addresses and shit. So don't fuck around. Yeah, you mentioned names. Like, you got timed out this time, Smoke Perp. Next time it'll be a fucking ban. Don't be stupid. Best Mexican food restaurant in Madeira, Sal's. It's a local chain. There are Sal's restaurants in Fresno, Madeira, and I think Merced. But it's a local family-owned chain. Fucking awesome Jalisco-style Mexican. Really indicative of the area. And really good. It's well-known in Madeira. It's a hot spot. The locals in Madtown eat there. Burrito King Betta. All right, well, you're one of those folks. It's okay. Nobody in Madeira is perfect. But sorry. Sal's Betta. Burrito King Betta if it's fucking like 2 a.m. and you're drunk off your ass and you need somewhere to eat. Then Burrito King Betta. But, you know what I mean? Oh, dude, I miss California Mexican food. Like, when I'm back, I always get a bunch of Mexican food because I got to tell you guys something, man. Outside of regions where there's a lot of indigenous folks, a lot of people like that are first and second generation immigrants from Mexico, Central and South America. If you're living in an area where those types of people haven't settled in mass numbers, the Mexican food that you're eating is bullshit. Let me repeat. The Mexican food that you're eating is bullshit. There's a Mexican food restaurant here. I mean, look, you can get decent, like, edible Mexican where I'm at. Because, largely because New Orleans was such a melting pot of a city and remains such a melting pot. So there are immigrants from everywhere here. But most of the Mexican food here is bullshit. Most of the Mexican food in California, especially in the Central Valley and Central Coast and southern areas of California, are fucking, like, it doesn't matter where you go, you're not going to get bad Mexican. You can't, like, try and find bad Mexican in Cali. Like, that's a feat. It just doesn't, it doesn't exist, man. How'd you compare it to Tex-Mex food? So my first experience with genuine Tex-Mex was when I moved to Texas. And Ashley took me to this place called Las Palapas. That was, it was the first place we ate together. She took me to this place called Las Palapas, or as, the locals call it, Las P. And I ordered a burrito that had gravy on it. I'd never seen such a thing in my fucking life. I'm looking at the menu and I had to ask Ashley. I was like, what do they mean, gravy? And she was like, oh, it's like a burrito, but they put gravy and then cheese and they melt the cheese on top of the gravy. It's pretty good. And I was like, all right. So the lady came around and I was like, give me one of these gravy burritos. And she's like, oh, yeah, you never had a gravy burrito before? And I'm like, no, I never have. And she's like, well, it's going to be a treat. And sure enough, it was. I know it sounds bad, dude. I know it sounds fucking bad. But let me tell you something, dude. That burrito was dope. That burrito was dope, dude. A gravy burrito, dude. Dude, that burrito was the shit. Yeah, if you're from San Ann, you've probably been to a Lost P. Go get a gravito, dude. They're fucking good. I think that's what it's called, too. I think it's called a gravito. Sounds yummy. I think it was just like, you know, spicy Mexican ground beef in there and shit. No, it was dope. It was stuffed with like, you know, like cheese and Mexican rice and beans and, you know, all the good burrito shit. And then on top of it, it was drizzled with some brown country, like kind of like beef kind of gravy. And then there was cheese melted on top of that shit. Did it have sausage or whatever? I don't think so, dude. I think it was just like a straight up, you know. Yeah, man. Next time you're in San Ann, stop by a Lost P. Also, for the record, if it's early in the morning and you're in San Ann and you're hungry, go to Lost P and get their breakfast tacos, dude. They make they make some pretty bomb ass egg and bacon tacos, and they do the bean and cheese tacos for breakfast too. It's like a little tiny bean and cheese burrito or whatever. I used to get like 3 or 4 of them. They give you all kinds of salsa to dip them in. It's dope. But yeah, you got to kind of be close to Mexico to get good Mexican is kind of what I'm getting at. The farther you get from Mexico, Central and South America, the more bullshit your Mexican food is going to be. Like, I'll tell you one thing, dude. There was nary a Mexican restaurant in Bellevue where I lived. There was 1 or 2. And we went to one once, and I was like, this ain't it. I mean, it wasn't like inedible. Like, I'm not going to lie and tell. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was some fucking Mexican, big kind of like chain-looking Mexican place in Bellevue. And I went there, and I was like, Welp, this is about 50% of the way towards where it needs to be, you know, but Washington's way up there. It's way north. They do a lot of agriculture in Washington, though, so I know there's some genuine Hispanic folk. Why'd I turn the camera off? I mean, do you need to ask? Excuse me. Oh, good gravy. Taco Bell and Chi-Chi's. Dude, it's Taco Bell and El Pollo Loco, dude. I have been to Tijuana, but when I was younger. When I was a kid, Tijuana was a totally safe place to go. Well, not... Okay. Tijuana was a relatively safe place to go. Like, it was a real touristy place. You could walk right across the border. Like, it was not a big deal. There was a lot of, like, restaurants and touristy shit, you know. And I remember one time when I went, we went into this place that had a bunch of fucking, like, ninja weapons. It had, like, ninja stars, but not, like, plastic fake ones. Like, literal, you know what I mean? Like, fucking ninja stars. And I begged my dad. I was like, Dad, please, can I get a ninja star, Dad? Can I get a ninja star? And he was, you know, he haggled with the dude and he got the ninja star for me or whatever. Dude wrapped it up in paper. My dad put it in his bag. And as we were coming across the border, they search you to make sure you're not muling drugs or whatever. And they opened my dad's pack and opened that fucking paper up, and there was a ninja star there, and they were like, this is illegal in the United States. You're not allowed to bring it in. And they took it over, and right there, the lady took a hammer to it and bent it. She put it down and was like, tink, 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 and like bent all the things in so it wasn't a weapon anymore, and then threw it in a fucking bin. And I was like, man, that's fucked up, dude. It was my ninja star. I didn't cry. I didn't cry about it, but I was right salty about it for sure, dude. I was full salty about it. Like, I whined about it for sure. I was like, why did she do that? And he was like, I didn't know, Peaches. I'm sorry. It was illegal. You know, I didn't know. I figured they had those things or whatever, and you could have one and play with it or whatever, but nah. And I was like, dude, man. That's when my depression started, yeah. The day that my ninja star got taken from me was the day that I became the cynical bastard that I am today. Yeah, thanks, drug war. But that dude had nunchucks, too. And I'm not talking about plastic nunchucks or practice nunchucks or foam nunchucks or whatever the fuck. I'm talking about legitimate, made out of a fucking hard-ass piece of petrified wood nunchucks. Or metal or whatever the fuck. Them shits were heavy. Like, I remember picking one up and going like, God damn. Like, I really, for the first time and only time in my life, because I've never really handled a real pair of nunchucks other than that one time. And I was like, okay, I see why this weapon is fucking effective. Holy shit. That thing was heavy. The chain that linked it together was heavy. It's just like, God, man, I do not want to be walloped in the face with one of these fucking things. Can't imagine, dude. Why didn't that honest Mexican businessman warn you that you couldn't take it across the border? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't warned. Oh, I remember another crazy thing that I saw when I was there, too. There was a place that had legit Nazi flags for sale, which I've never seen anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see, like, there, you can, I guess you can order Nazi flags or whatever from somewhere, but you never see like a place selling fucking swastika flags and shit. No, there was a shop that had like the, you know, like the little American flags they pass out at parades. They had those, but like not like with the swastika and the Nazi flag with the eagle, the whole nine. That whole place was like Nazi shit. It was the weirdest fucking place. How? Because it was in Mexico. It's in Tijuana. There ain't no regulations or like there ain't, they pay the cops off. You can sell whatever you want in Mexico. There was all, yeah, that's why there was a store with nunchucks and ninja stars. Why? Because fucking racist ass people live in the South. Where's Mexico? The South. What's it hard to get a hold of? Nazi shit. What do racist ass fucking Southern white people want to have so they can have it in their house somewhere, show it to their friends and Nazi shit. Where are they going to go to get it? Back in the day, Tijuana. I wouldn't advise it now, but back in the day, if you was a covert Nazi here in America who wanted to have like a Nazi pin that you could wear when you were doing shit or wanted to have a big Nazi flag, just get in the truck and head on down to Tijuana. $3-4, get you a big ass Nazi flag. You bought a crack pipe at a flea market in Mexico when you're like 16. Oh yeah, there was tons of that shit too. I remember, like just bongs and all. You know, you can buy that shit here. Like there was a little place in Madera called Strawberry Alarm Clock back in the day. I think it closed, but it was like a head shop, and I'd been in there a couple of times. You know what I mean? So that shit wasn't new to me. But yeah, you can buy all kinds of drug paraphernalia and crazy knockoff bootleg shit. Like yeah, crazy knockoff like bootleg shit. You know, like get bootleg movies if you wanted it, or like T-shirts from bands and shit, but you're only paying like $1.50 for them or $1. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. Like, that's basically what Tijuana was. Like, the tourist area of Tijuana where you went as a tourist was basically just eateries, which it was inadvisable to eat at, by the way. Not because the food necessarily was bad, but because it could be. Like, there were no real, like, the health codes in Mexico are very different from in America, and Mexican people are, people that live there are adapted to a certain amount of shit that we as Americans aren't. So you can get pretty sick eating down there. So it was pretty well known that there was a couple of restaurants that were pretty clean and shit. I never went to Juarez, no. I've been to several places in Mexico. So I've been to obviously Tijuana. I've been to Cancun. I've been to, oh fuck, I'm gonna forget the name of this place. Puerto Vallarta. And I've been to one more spot. I'm trying to remember the name. Mazatlan. So I've done a little Mexican traveling. Back when it was safer. Juarez is nowhere near a tourist destination, yeah. I don't know where exactly Juarez is, but yeah, I never went. I would like to go to, well, I would have liked to go to Mexico City. Actually, I still would. I think Mexico City would still probably be relatively safe to visit as an American. It's the border areas of Mexico that have turned into like a fucking total war zone. The narcos and the feds and the Mexican, enforcement agents and shit are constantly having wars out there. Like, it's horrible. People don't go to fucking Tijuana anymore. Like, I don't hear about anybody going to Tijuana anymore. Tijuana is, like, dangerous as fuck now. People get beheaded there. Oregon used to have stores that sold Confederate flags before some crybaby SJW lady complained about it. Good. Now there's not some store in your town that sells Confederate flags. Your town just fucking gained in esteem. Congratulations. Paul is a larger gentleman. How bad is the heat down in Louisiana? Okay, so the straight skinny on that, or I guess the straight fat on that, is that my first summer here, I almost died. It's the humidity. I mean, I know that's really fucking like cliche, but understand, like, if you've never lived on the Gulf, you have no fucking clue what humidity is. If it gets humid where you're at once in a while and you're like, oh, humidity. No, dude, I could show you guys, like, if this was a phone stream, I could go show you guys my window right now. If I were to go open my fucking window, there'd be condensation on the outside of the windows, like it was like a super rainy day, but it ain't rained. Everything just drips with water here. And, it's, you couple that, so that's like 80, 90, 95% humidity plus 90 degrees, 95 degrees. It's horrible. But here's what happened. The first summer I was here, I almost died. I could go outside for brief periods of time, but immediately I would be drenched and I'd have to go run back inside and take a shower and shit. Like, I'd flop sweat. People would laugh at me for it because I would step outside and do nothing. And within minutes, I'd be just like, oh, God. But second summer, my body had acclimated to it. Then I went and visited California, home. I went back to Madera in the dead of summer. I went there for 4th of July last year. And everybody, it was like 110 degrees. Everybody was sweltering. And I sat out in it. I was just like, living through this and acclimating to this kind of heat makes you impervious to that other shit. Like, this is a secret. If you want to live in a desert area, move to Louisiana first and live here for a fucking year. You live through one Louisiana summer, your body just changes gears and acclimates. And then you can go into that dry ass higher heat, like 120 heat. And you're just like, So what? So no, now, like, yeah, eventually if I'm out in the fucking super hot, super humid shit, I start sweating and shit, but I don't go like, I don't turn into like that meme of, what's his name? Jordan Peele, where he's just like, you know what I mean? Like there's water pouring down his face, sweat. It does feel like soup. It's still horrible to be out in, but I've acclimated to it to the point where it doesn't bother me any more than living in a place that had routine 7-day stretches of 110-degree heat. You know what I mean? I've acclimated to it, but it sucks. You know, you walk out into it and you're just like, it's like you took a really hot shower in a small bathroom, you know, and when you get out, it's just like, but that's just the earth here. That's the best way I can explain it. Like it depends on how cold. Like, I don't want to live in a place where there's just like tons of snow. Just because I know how much work it is to keep that shit off your driveway and to unbury your car, and it just sounds like it's bullshit. Like, I don't want to live in a place where 3-4 months a year, you know, I'm shoveling snow. It's just doesn't appeal to me, you know what I mean? So no, probably not a super cold place. Yeah, I mean, if it snows a couple of times in the winter or whatever, and it sticks for a while and then goes away, that kind of cold, I'm totally down with. But if it's a place that's consistently snowed in for a month or more, no thank you. Don't ever move to Montana, yeah, or Minnesota, yeah, no thank you. Or Alaska. Alaska is one of those places that I like to romantically think about moving to sometimes. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, let's move to Alaska. But then I think about, like, being buried literally eye deep in snow that I have to shovel to get out of my house. and I go, no. You can't do below 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, yeah, I don't think we're ever going to move to a place that routinely has, you know, that type of cold, because it would also be a place where we'd be buried in snow. So, but I could, like, theoretically, I could tolerate it. Like, I could live in a cold place, but I just don't want to deal with the fucking snow. I was about to say don't move to Nebraska, but then I thought, why would anybody move here? Yeah, good point. Why would anybody move to Nebraska? I got to be honest with you. I'd completely forgotten Nebraska was a state until you just reminded me. I haven't read news about Nebraska in so long that I'd forgotten that it was one of our great 50 states. Poor flyover Nebraska. Wyoming is a cool place. Let me guess, asbestos fingers, you live in Wyoming? Everybody wants us to come live in their state. Dude, you guys have no idea the kinds of pitches that I've received for places that I know are shit, where people try and dress it up. You know what I mean? They'll be like, hey, Paul, I heard you guys talking about on Flash Fried that you're thinking about moving out of Louisiana. If you guys might want to seriously consider Missoula, Mississippi. Like, I know, LOL, it's really bad, but it's actually a pretty cool town. And I'm just like, no. Yeah, it's cheap, man. Oregon is actually a place I'd consider moving to, though. You know, like anywhere on the fucking Pacific coast of the United States is on my list as a place that I would definitely fucking move. For show. West Coast, best coast, left coast, best coast. If you don't fucking believe that, then you're just deluding yourself. The best beaches, the best weather, the best food, hottest bitches, hottest dudes. They're all there. I saw a salty ass thread shit talking LA today on Twitter, and I almost jumped in, but I was just like, fuck it. It ain't worth fucking arguing with these people. People that live in shitty places like to go like, I would never move to LA. It was a thread about like, stupid streamer, I had to move to LA where rent is higher than anywhere else, and now I can barely afford to. It was like shitting on people in the entertainment industry who move there, and it's like, dipshit, there's a reason why people in the entertainment industry or who want to have a career move to the fucking West Coast, because it's where everything fucking happens. People shit talk California all the time, and it's just like, man, dude, I grew up there. I know for a fucking fact that California is one of the most beautiful, diverse, amazing places on the goddamn planet. And there's a lot of people that live in real shitty places that like to go like, at least I'm not in California. I'm like, well, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about, man. Yeah, no, look, I'm not a total Cali apologist. California got a lot of problems. A lot of the criticisms people level at California are completely and utterly right. High cost of living in a lot of the nicer areas, fucking pollution, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on. It's all true. But guess what? California is awesome enough that shit gets set to the side. It's just that good. It's just that beautiful. It has everything. California has every biome that you want. What kind of biome you looking for? What do you want to live in? You like valleys with tranquil rivers running through them and lots of farmland? We got that in California. You like mountains? We got that. You like foothills? We got that. You like deserts? We got that. You like high mountain, high snow, very cold areas? We got that shit. You like beaches? We got the best ones. Maybe the best ones outside of Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii, but my mom and stepdad have been, and I've seen pictures, and I'm like, okay, this beach kind of rivals Pismo Beach. Tundra. Okay. You got me there, Phoebe. I don't think there's a California tundra, but there might be. There is a high desert. Does that count? There's the Tehachapi Desert. That's a high desert. That's like a, you know what I mean? Isn't that kind of like a tundra? No, a tundra is like permafrost, right? Oh, there's swamps in California. Maybe not like Louisiana style swamps. Why the fuck would you want that? What I like is getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. It's like, no thanks. Yeah, California's got swamps and marshes and shit like that, if that's what you're into. Rivers, lakes, waterfalls, you know. The most beautiful natural fucking preserve in America is in California, Yosemite National Park. If you've never been there, then you've really never seen the true pinnacle of natural beauty in America. Like, I've been to other national parks, and there's some beautiful places in America, but nothing in the fucking world tops Yosemite. It is idyllic there, like in a way that you will never experience anywhere else on the planet. Mexico really fucked up losing California. Yes, they did, man. They're probably still kicking themselves in the ass over that one. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of natural beauty in Alaska, but it looks all the same. The point about California is there is a boundless natural beauty in almost every type of biome. We got beautiful mountains, the Sierra Nevada mountain range, one of the most beautiful mountain ranges in the world. Absolutely beautiful mountains. If you're a skier, fucking great. At the coastal range, which is a lower mountain range, foothills on both sides, beautiful verdant valleys filled with farms and fucking rivers, and that's where I grew up. Beaches, high deserts, low deserts, the Donner Pass. You live in Death Valley. Cool, dude. And sorry, dude. Yellowstone is the one that's going to explode, not Yosemite. Yeah. Well, there's actually one in California that's primed and ready to go, too. Mammoth. Mammoth Mountain in California is ready to fucking go. It's like a caldera that's ready to go, so. Yeah, dude, California, we actually did this on the Grease Trap. We looked at all the state flags, and even the dudes agreed California's got the best state flag in the union. It's just true. If you look, like, we can look at it together if you guys want. Like, I'll pull it up, and you guys can fact check me on this shit and tell me who has a cooler fucking flag. Let's do it. Let's go through and see. Because, like, where I'm from, fucking California's got it on lock. All right, so here we go. Let me just swap over real quick for you guys. Here we go. Looking at some state flags together. So this is the Alabama state flag here. Oh, let me get this full screen for you guys. It'll be easier for you to see. I may have to like move you or just blink you out so you can see these left ones. All right, so let's look at these ones on the left here. Alabama, it's just an X on a white field. Alaska, kind of cool, honestly. It's got the Big Dipper, which is kind of cool. It's a neat flag. Arizona, you know, not a bad flag. Connecticut, I mean, what even the... Can I look at this closer? Can we click on this fucking shit? Yeah. Oops. Let me just go back and hover it. That's a shitty flag right there. Delaware. So I like the Arizona flag. It's okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Florida, bullshit. Georgia, bullshit. Arkansas, bullshit. See, my screen grab here isn't like the whole screen. Maybe I can fucking fix that real quick so you guys can actually see the tops of these and shit. No, that's not doing what I want it to do. God damn it. Wrong button. Okay. No. Alt? Yeah, it is alt. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'll just do this and then I'll fucking full screen this. There we go. That works better. Yeah, so here's California. Well, I mean, you guys can't see the whole fucking thing. Here's the California flag. The best flag in the fucking states. It's got a grizzly bear. It's got the red star. It's got California Republic, the red stripe on the bottom. Fucking the greatest of all time. Sorry. We'll look at the rest. I mean, I'm not going to deprive anybody. Here's stupid ass Colorado's dumb flag, which looks like a sports team logo, not a fucking flag. Here's Georgia. We looked at that. Hawaii's flag. I mean, it's the Union Jack in the corner. That's weird. Idaho. I mean, this one is, I don't know, pretty lame, but not as lame as some of the other ones. Illinois. All right, that one's pretty cool. I mean, an eagle, but it's kind of cartoonish, isn't it? Like, wouldn't this be a cooler flag if it wasn't like, it didn't look like an eagle from Merry Melodies or some shit? You know what I mean? If it didn't look like a Looney Tunes eagle, wouldn't it be like a little cooler? But I mean, it's definitely cool in the face of a lot of these other pieces of shit we're looking at. Georgia, we looked at Hawaii, we looked at Idaho, Illinois, Indiana. I mean, this is just a bullshit flag. It's boring. Iowa, our liberties we prize and our rights we will maintain. Meh. I don't like the font on Iowa either. It just looks shitty. It looks like somebody put this together in Photoshop or something. Wait, somebody probably did. Here's the Kansas flag. Pretty terrible. Kentucky. Pretty fucking terrible. Here's the Louisiana flag, a big ass fucking pelican. Maine. Bullshit. Maryland, what the fuck were they smoking when they did this? Look at this fucking eyesore of a flag. It looks like a road sign that's jumbled into some alien language that nobody can read, like a caution sign that I should be able to read. It's horrible. It draws the eye in all the wrong ways. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Massachusetts, boring. Michigan, boring. Minnesota, boring. Mississippi, I guess they don't have a picture of the Mississippi flag. I guess the Mississippi flag is in flux now. This is the one they're using now. Wow, Mississippi, you fucking Mississippi doesn't have a flag right now. Fair enough. They've got an MS Paint flag. How sad. Missouri. I mean, they've got bears too, but the bears are bullshit bears. They look like big, fat, stupid bears and not like predator bears. They look like circus bears, you know? So fuck them. Montana. Nebraska. I mean, you guys stop me here in the fucking chat if you see a flag that is anywhere near as good as the fucking California flag. Flag of New Hampshire. Flag of New Jersey. The coat of arms. New Mexico's flag is pretty cool. I mean, it's stark. It's definitely, maybe they might have second place, but be honest. Like, be honest. Second place, sure. First? Nah, B. Nah. The flag of New York? Bullshit. North Carolina? Bullshit. North Dakota? Bullshit. Ohio? They had to get all crazy and create this, like, pendant flag. And it's bullshit. It looks horrible. It's just an eyesore of a fucking flag. Oklahoma, where the winds go whipping down the plains. I mean, whatever. Shit flag. Oregon. Shit flag. Oh, they've got something on the back of the Oregon flag. They've got a beaver on the back. Okay, Oregon. All right, fair enough. A two-sided flag does make, or it gives you extra points. It's a shame that what's on both sides of that flag sucks so bad. Pennsylvania. I should have been doing this the whole time. I mean, this one's pretty cool. The horses look pretty badass, and so does the eagle. But, I mean, it ain't no Cali flag. Rhode Island. Meh. South Carolina. Arabian Nights like Arabian days. Like, what is this? South Dakota. Bullshit. Tennessee. Less bullshit than some of the other flags, honestly, but still, I mean, this is not better than California. It looks cool, kind of. It's different. It's not bad. You know what I mean? It's like, it looks different. Texas. Texas has got a good flag. This is a clean flag. Maybe number 3. Maybe number 2. Be a toss-up between Texas and New Mexico for number 2. It's pretty good. Texas has got a good flag. It's got, like, good traits to it. You know what I mean? It's very symmetrical. Yeah. Solid flag, Texas. Not going to lie. The Lone Star flag, I'm digging it. Utah. No, thank you. Vermont. Virginia. Okay, this is pretty cool. Six Semper Tyrannis. This is pretty cool. I like this. This is a pretty dope flag. They might have, okay, we might have a new second place. Sorry, New Mexico and Texas. You got bumped to third or fourth. This is our second place flag. This is a pretty good flag. This is the Washington flag. Real creative. Real creative there, Washington. State of West Virginia. I mean, this is just shit. This looks like something my grandma would have embroidered on a doily or something, man. It's just dog shit, dude. Wisconsin, same thing. Wyoming. It should just be the buffalo. This flag, tell me if I'm wrong. This flag without the stupid seal of the state would be one of the better flags. Am I wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. 2 in the chat if you think I'm a fucking stupid asshole, and a 3 in the chat for the manatee. One and a half, not wrong. Yeah, dude. Take the seal out of this because it just busies the flag up. The asymmetry of it, like it's off center because it has to be, because it wouldn't fit in the buffalo at the, like they put it in the spot on the buffalo where it's biggest, but it puts it off center. Just makes it ugly and like asymmetrical in a way that's not pleasing. It busies up what is a really stark, recognizable design. So they should have just went with the buffalo. But I like the rest of it. I like the red, white, and blue. I like the way that they border it in this thick red. I think the contrast is nice, but this great seal fucks it. This is the DC flag. Kind of looks Chinese, doesn't it? Like if somebody told me this was a flag of like a province of China, I'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. It's okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Looks Middle Eastern, maybe a little, not really. Like I'd say Chinese more than Middle Eastern, but no, I mean, what do you mean the colors are ugly? It's primary colors. It's white on red. Nothing wrong with that. It'd be cooler if it was black on red, but nobody's that edgy with their state flag. This is American Samoa's flag, which outclasses, I'd say like 47 of the continental United States by a long fucking shot. This is a dope flag. Yeah, I'd say like 47 or 46 of the actual continental United States are completely outclassed by American Samoa's territorial flag here. Guam looks like a pussy with a fucking it's a pussy with a sailboat in it. In a tree for a clit. That's damn. All right, Guam. Look at how wet that pussy is, too. Holy shit. God damn. This is the flag of the Northern Mariana Islands, which apparently a territory of ours that I didn't know about. And the Puerto Rico flag, reminiscent of the Texas flag in its use of the Lone Star and the color scheme, but decent. Definitely outclasses a lot of continental flags for sure. Puerto Rico's pretty good. And here's the U.S. Virgin Islands. You know, I mean, it's all right. It's better than a lot of, like I said, outclasses a lot of the fucking continental flags. I like it. There's like 46 states that have shittier flags than this. This is the Naval and Maritime flag of Massachusetts. The Merchant Marine flag of Maine. All right, we're starting to get into some obscure flags now, but all right, now we're back at the beginning. We can look at these kind of up close. Arkansas's flag would be better if the name of the stupid ass sounding state wasn't on it. You know what I mean? Like if it was just this design without Arkansas, that would be way better. Or if they put something cool in there in the middle there. Oh shit, this is like a bunch. Never mind, we're not back at the beginning. There's some variations on the Arkansas flag that have been tried. None of them are any better. Flag of Colorado. This is like, I guess, an old flag of Colorado. And this is the new flag. Oh my God. Colorado, what have you done? Dude, this was the flag of Colorado until 1911, and then they changed it to this. Colorado, what are you fucking kidding me? This is a dope flag right here, Colorado. What a stupid move. Yeah, it does. Like I said that when we looked at it before, it looks like a fucking sports team flag. It's horrible. Here's the old flag of Florida. Pretty shit. I mean, it's pretty shit. And here's the new one. It's an improvement, but it's still pretty shit. Here's the very early pre-1879 flag of Georgia. And the dude's wearing fucking boxer briefs for some reason. There's the flag of Georgia through 1902. Pretty clean. Here it is now. They just added the dude in boxer briefs to it. Flag of Georgia changed again, I guess, in 1906. And it's like they fucking, they downgraded it. Like, look at it. I mean, Georgia's had a bunch of these flags, and they just all suck. Their seal sucks. That's why. Oh, boy. Look at this one here. Look at this one here, Georgia. What are you trying to pull with that one there? Wonder why that radical design change happened. Georgia. What were you thinking? Why this radical design change, Georgia? What happened? What happened in 1956 around then that would make Georgia want to fly this around? Can y'all think of anything that was going on in Georgia around 1956 when this flag was adopted? What was going on in Georgia at that time? 1956. Let me think. Wouldn't be the start of the civil rights movement, would it? Wouldn't be the start of the civil rights movement. Oh, good job, Georgia. Kept that flag till 2001, too. Now here's the new one. Look at what they've done. This one, okay, never mind. This is not the new one. This one is the one they, like when they got criticism for having the stars and bars on their flag, they did this. They kept it on there. They're just like Georgia's history. Take a gander here at Georgia's history. Stars and bars, stars and bars, stars and bars, still there. It's the Illinois flag and seal until 1969. The Iowa flag from 1921 until 2018. Pretty cool. Not one of the worst ones. Kansas. These are some pretty old ones. This was Louisiana's flag before it was a pelican. Way fucking better. Way better, dude. Way better. Here's another Louisiana flag that's way better. This was the flag from 1861 to 1912. Way better. And then this was our flag until 2010 when we got the updated Pelican. Massachusetts, 1908 to 1971, they kept this one. It's the main flag from 1901 to 1909. Looks like somebody drew it with a crayon. Man, I think I've proved my point. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys can see that I'm not lying when I tell you that California has hands down the best flag. The NCR. Yeah, the NCR flag. So what did I do in this stream? I ball washed California for most of it, didn't I? I'm trying to think what we've covered so far. I ball washed California. Talked about COVID. I still think New Mexico has the best flag. If you want to make a good flag, keep it simple. No big extravagant designs, no words, no people, just a solid background with a symbol. I mean, look, dude, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. But unfortunately, the fucking giant hunting grizzly bear on the California flag just ate your stupid opinion and shat it out in the woods somewhere. Sorry. Highdeology flag win. Maybe we do need one. Maybe we do need one. Is there like a flag designer? Can we do that? Flag designer. Like an in-browser flag designer thing? Flag designer at AppSpot. Oh, shit. Design your flag. It doesn't look like there's a lot of options, unfortunately. So this one's not going to really work. Like, I want one that, like, we could upload our own images to and shit. Flag designer. Be safe. Okay, select a template. Okay, yeah. Tutorial. Select a template from the toolbox. This one might work. Insert shapes, emblems, stamps, and stencils by dragging them from the sidebar onto the canvas. Okay. This might work. This one might work. I might be able to make this one work. So let's see. Do I have to select I can do blank. Okay. Yeah, blank template. and then I drag things, it says, from this sidebar onto it. So I guess after I get through, okay, I can go to next. Okay, cool. Yes. Yes. I missed a super chat. Okay. Must have missed it a long fucking time ago. What's your favorite mixed drink? I'm from Wisconsin, and it matters for us culturally. I like a White Russian, probably, if I had to pick a favorite. Okay. I'm not really seeing any animals right now that I would want. I think we can also color it too. Like, but I think a black background is what I want to start from, because no flags have, like, very few flags have black backgrounds. So I got to figure out, like, okay, visit this tab when an object is selected. Okay. Are there colors and shit? No. There's not a lot of symbols either. This one isn't really great. Let's see. Insert. Yeah, I don't really see a tool to, like, color it either. I want it black. Background. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. This. Okay. All right. Simple flags is what we want, right? Flag with gorilla would be dope. Yeah, they don't really have a gorilla. I don't think, unless I missed one. Yeah, they really don't. They don't really have much. So this one looks cool, but, like, it should have the ability to, like, import your own images and shit. Are you a fan of Tim and Eric, Paul? Some of your humor reminds me of what they do. I'm actually not. I've only seen, like, the memes of Tim and Eric. I've never actually watched their show. An ellipse. Freeform? Does that mean I can draw a gorilla? Yes. Oh, God. What happened? No. That's not what I wanted. I was trying to make a... You know what? We might be able to work with this. We might be able to work with this shit. Because I can do different things. You see, I can put different freeforms in like that, and then I can go, like, click. Yeah. You guys will get to see my strong artistic abilities here. Okay. Color. A little darker. It's got to get it good. Oh, yeah. A little chocolatey. All right. Ellipse. Can I, like, copy it? Format. I would love to be able to make 2 of these. But I guess that ain't gonna work. What color should his eyes be? Red. His eyes should be blue. Like an icy blue. Yeah, like that. Needs his other eye, though. It's art time on Highdeology. Yes. Okay. I'm making gorilla. I'm making the flag of Highdeology. Can I like select all this and move it? No. Oh God. It all moves as individual pieces. Okay. That's fine. I can work with that. We can work around that situation. Let's see. Okay. Yep, he needs a nose for sure. It's starting to happen. How are we going to do this mouth? How are we going to do this mouth? Is there anything we could use for the mouth that would be cool? To make it like symbolic and shit? A pentagram, maybe? Shit, yeah, a pentagram. Why not? So far, so good, dude. It's upside down, horns up. Oh, yeah, that's right. There you go. There you go. It's happening. He just needs some ears now, and I think I know how to do those. I think we're going to need two of these guys here. I think we're going to need two of these guys here. That's what we're going to do. Yep. This is the right way. Yep. There we go. We're getting there. It's happening, man. I think it's okay for his ears to be a little asymmetrical. It makes him look realer, you know, and I can actually hide this like artifact over here. Dude. Okay. It's starting to come together. I think we need some text on this flag, though. I do think that this tag, we need some text. Now, they do let us select a font, so we're definitely going to use the best font. Yes, it's happening. Hey, you like? Do you like the font in particular that I've chosen? I think is really good. Okay. This is brilliant work. I know, dude. This is the most beautiful thing that I've ever made in my life up until this point, and my proudest moment. The proudest of my proud moments. Here, let's do this. I want to make part of this like the same color as his eyes. Yeah. And then this one, the same color as the pentagram. There we go. Now, why can't I resize this? I want to resize you like I did everything else. Oh, I can. Okay, let's do like 30. No, not 100. Why does it keep going to 100? This is fucked up. Their stupid site is fucked up. And won't let me resize this text to anything other than 1. Oh, there's 11. Okay, can I put 2 here? No, that goes to 10. You guys see what's happening? I hit 3 and it goes to 10. There's no 20. And then it goes to 100. Fuck me, dude. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if I just do this. I wonder if I can trick it. I'll just open up a notepad and I'll like write 30, you know what I mean? Maybe 35, copy and paste that. Where's my fucking... Where did it go? Oh, no. Oh, no. It's too small to see. Now I have to do the text again. I got to do all that again? Son of a bitch. Okay, there we go. I can come in here and like paste. Yeah, there we go. Tricked you, bitch. Tricked you, bitch. There it is. The official flag of Highdeology. Can I save it? I'm gonna have to do a little screen grabby grab. There we go. We got it, boys. And girls. What do you mean, Paul? No, it's hideous. It's true art. It's gorilla. It's gorilla. It's perfectly symmetrical. It's got the best font. Oh, I didn't change the shit yet. I was going to change the thing. Okay, never mind. It's not quite done. I got to take another screen grab because I had the colors wrong. I left it yellow. That was stupid of me. We don't want that. It's got to be blue. Yes, much better. There we go. All right, one more snip and we're done. One more snip and we are done. There it is. It's done. It is complete. Font, no, I kind of like the fact that one of them is just Arial and then Veritas is in Comic Sans. I kind of like it. This is a hate crime. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm going to... I'm going to save that right there for further use. And maybe even pull it into OBS. In fact, I think that needs to happen too. I think this needs to be its own thing here in OBS. Yeah, you've witnessed history. You've witnessed Highdeology history here tonight. Now I just have to find this fucking thing. Who's your favorite West Coast rapper? It's tough. It's a tough question. There's a lot of really good ones. I'd probably like settle on Ice Cube eventually, so I'll just spare you the like internal turmoil I'm going through, and just say Ice Cube for the sake of argument and brevity. Good choice. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Of course it's a good choice. I grew up on the West Coast during the what arguably blooming period of West Coast rap. I'm going to have the best opinions. Just the way it is. Dude, I had this fucking thing. I found it in here. It's so fucking hard to see with all these. I saved it into a fucking picture folder that has nothing but other. Oh, there she is. Did it not work? What the fuck? I just want my Highdeology flag, yo. Like, why does it got to be so fucking hard? Why is it not working? Dude, this OBS does not want this Highdeology. Can I pull Herman Cain in? No. I guess OBS is acting like a piece of shit right now. Well, I'll just do it some other time. We've got our flag, though. We've done it. Yes. Man, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Are we allowed to fly this as a battle flag in the coming U.S. collapse? If you don't, I will be very disappointed with you. There it is. We got it. There it is, boys and girls. Our new fucking battle standard. Oh, forever may it wave, dude. Forever may it wave in the tranquil breeze. You tried to make a joke and you failed, man. Huh? Say what? Who the fuck is joking? What do you mean it's all right? Yeah, dude, what about this seems like a fucking joke to you, dude? Dude. It could use a border, honestly. Maybe a red border around it. I might... I don't know if that's even possible to do. Can I put a border? I just want to keep adding to the flag. Oh my god, dude, we could have put Allahu Akbar. We missed a lot of options here, folks. We really did. The Saudi sword. Yeah, I could have put a fart on it. Keep it simple. Yeah, I think you're right. It does need a border though. I may have to add that somewhere else. You could put a third eye on it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I could give it a third eye. You make a good point there. The iconic rainbow dildo. Yeah, that's true. I do still have that, I think. Let's see. Do I have it? I do. I love this. I don't use it enough. I don't make people speak into the mic enough. There are options, man. There are options. A fluorescent green line down the center, you think? I don't think so, bud. I think we keep it I think we keep it fucking simple. Needs nukes. Maybe a mushroom cloud or something. Yeah, a mushroom cloud, dude. How would I make a mushroom cloud? I think it's possible. I think it's completely and utterly doable. I'll have you guys an updated fucking flag in just a moment. Won't take me long. I work fast. I'm a fast flag designer. Yeah, there we go. Got to make it kind of asymmetrical, otherwise it just looks like a tree. But I'm getting there. And I'll show you my progress, dude. It's happening. I'm gonna have to go back and individually fucking color these though, so I better pick a color. What color should it be? Probably gray, right? Yeah. It's not a cloud if it ain't gray, but it can be like different shades of gray too to like make it. No, it really can't, can it? Oh, all right. Just have to copy this, start pasting away. Need some fire at the bottom. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, now I need to do this. I need to put more ellipses in, flip them, and then squoosh them around, you know, so that like the bottom of this cloud isn't like straight. It's got to be like that, you know what I mean? A little off center. We'll line it up down here. Yeah. See, dude, I'm so fucking good. I'm such a good flag designer, dude. The state should get a hold of me. I'm all about this shit. Dude, this is the best flag that's ever existed in the history of flags. Okay, it kind of looks like it has balls now. I don't really want it to look like a big pendulous set of balls. So what I'm gonna have to do is like put one more in, I think. We'll put like a full ellipse in, and I'll put it like up here. Like that. Now we just gotta color these bitches. Yeah, there we go. Still a little angular. Gotta squoosh this one a little more. There we go. Color these bitches. There we go. Maneuver this one a little bit more. We got some jagged edges we got to take care of, but we're getting there. I can also squoosh this a little bit too. There we go. That looks like a pretty competent cloud to me. A little jagged edge over here. Move that in a little more. A little too much. Got to line it up. Looks like a cauliflower. Well, I haven't added the explosions yet at the bottom. I mean, come on. Give me a little bit of fucking credit here. How do we do this? How do we make the explosions? Yeah, how do we do the explosions? Flames, yeah, but I mean, there's no flames. I wish there was like a flames thing. Oh, wait, there is. I just need a bunch of these. Can flip them around. I wish I was able to like just copy these and like just paste them. Maybe I can. Oh, I can. Oh my God, this is the coolest fucking flag ever. I'm just gonna have to layer these shits and then like cover up the mistake with a black box. Like cover up the asymmetry at the bottom with some black. Dude, this is actually looking pretty dope just the way it is. Is there anything else we want to add? I mean, does that complete the picture? Did we need it? Does it need to be on there? A frame, yeah. The frame I don't think we can do. Why is that an option, dude? I don't know. All right. I don't think we need the hammer and sickle. I think it just busies things up a little much. Let's see if there's anything else we can throw down there. This is terrible. I'm sorry you think so, Ingrid. A crown. You're fucking right. Oh my God, dude. Am I going to be able to like send to the back? Yeah. No, I got to bring it back to the front. Bring to the front. No, I don't think the crown is going to work, dude. Unfortunately. It was a good idea, but it was a good idea. I can make it really small. Yeah, that's true. Let me see. If I do this and then I like shrink this bitch and then rotate it a little bit, I could like cock it off to the side on his head like that. Maybe a little bigger. Dude, we've created a thing of beauty here today. Less is more. I mean, there's haters and then there's haters, dude. You know? We've created a thing of true beauty. And I think if I do it like that, let me see what happens if I push it back. And then like, oh shit. No, we don't want to move your head, gorilla. Yeah. If I push it back, it actually looks a little better. It looks like he's wearing it. Kind of like hides the artifact. Yeah. Fucking A, dude. It's art. Time for an update. Time for one final snap because I think we're finished. I think if I add anything more to this, what's the upper right supposed to be though? Maybe I should like make that more apparent for people. I still have my text pad open. I do. Nice. Got to trick it. There you go. Too many words. You spelled gorilla wrong. I did, dude. I put too many R's. There you go. It's gorilla. It's better without. I agree. We getting rid of this. You got to go. Text box, you done. Get out of here. Delete. It's like you, oh shit. No, you gotta go, dude. Get off my flag. If I could make it like curved text around him, it would probably be pretty cool, but can't do that, so fuck it. We're done, dude. This is perfect. Time to take our snippy snap, update it, and then end this fucking stream for good, because now the world trembles in fear. The world trembles in fear at our new flag. First of all, let's get rid of this proto flag here. It was only our flag for a few minutes. And then we'll get our new one. There it is. There she is. Isn't she a beaut? What a flag. What a beautiful, beautiful flag we made. Salute the flag. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for chilling. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.